Biden's son Hunter plans to plead guilty to charges of breaking tax laws along with a gun charge. Skyler Henry joins us live from the White House with more. Skyler.
Hey, Ryan, good to see you. Well, if Hunter Biden agrees to the terms of this plea deal, then he most likely won't have to serve any prison time. We'll see exactly what happens when he makes that appearance in front of a judge a little later on this week. His attorney put out a statement essentially saying that this agreement means the end of a 5-year investigation into Hunter Biden. But as you can imagine, the line of Republicans criticizing this deal is long, with some of them calling it a slap on the wrist.
President Biden's son Hunter has agreed to a plea deal which wraps up a 5-year investigation. Biden will plead guilty to 2 misdemeanor tax charges and admit to illegally possessing a gun while being a drug user.
What this indicates is that the Department of Justice thought this is where they could get an agreement. This is where they, if they went to trial, could show proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Hunter Biden will have to appear before a judge to enter the plea deal. The prosecutor, who is a holdover from the Trump administration, is expected to recommend probation. The gun charge would be removed after 2 years if Biden completes a diversion program. Hunter Biden's attorney says he believes the agreement will end the government's investigation, but Hunter Biden's name won't go anywhere anytime soon.
I don't think it will quiet the critics, and I think that we will continue to see that the House will hold hearings.
Congressman James Comer, who is leading investigations into Hunter Biden, called it a slap on the wrist. Republicans in the House are investigating Hunter's business dealings in China and Ukraine, as well as investigations into his laptop and election interference. Hunter Biden has been a frequent foil for former President Donald Trump on the 2024 campaign trail.
The illegal censorship of the Hunter Biden laptop from hell. Remember the laptop from hell?
Trump compared today's plea deal to a traffic ticket.
Now, the White House issued a statement earlier today saying that the president and first lady love and support their son and will continue to do so as he looks to rebuild his life.
And Skyler, as you just mentioned, the president and first lady have offered a statement of support. Do we expect to see anything more personal from the president, especially as House Republicans continue their investigation?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Ryan. If we see anything more from the president or first lady, from that matter, it would be similar to what we saw in that statement. A lot of support standing by their son, Hunter. The president has time and again made it very clear that the DOJ operates independently from this White House, not even dealing with the investigation into his son Hunter, but many investigations where Republicans have accused President Biden and other top officials of having some sort of influence on the DOJ. And we should also point out that President Biden hasn't publicly commented on the investigation into former President Trump either. Now, as for House Republicans, we've heard them say slaps on the wrist, a sweetheart deal from House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, another term that was used as they've talked about their continued investigation into Hunter Biden and his international business dealings. But they said that today's deal will not have any impact on that investigation as they continue to gather all this evidence.
Okay, Skyler Henry reporting live from the White House. Thank you.